Patrick's Day out of the way. Let's get the show going, huh? Just a couple of rules before we get this thing going. Please turn your cell phones off for the duration of the show and take the conversations outside the showroom. Without further ado, your host this evening, he performs all over the Hudson Valley. Give it up for my man, Dave Stickle!
Oh, hell yeah. How's it going, everybody? Woo, we got a fun crowd here tonight. Yeah, like Hal said, no cell phones, all that kind of stuff. If I see you recording, I will sit on your lap. That is not anything you want here. My name is Dave Stickle. I am the host of this evening. We have a very fun show lined up for you guys. Are we excited? Hell yeah. So part of my job up here is to get your attention, right? You're getting to snacks and all that kind of stuff. And then after I get your attention, I have to make you laugh, okay? All right, we get this. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of white comics wish they could say the N-word. Attention. Okay, awesome. I got that. I was at a show the other night, and it was a black comic and a couple of white comics, and basically the white comic said to the black comic, he said, when you say the N-word, you make your joke a lot funnier. That's what we wish we could do. We wish we could say the N-word. And the black comic said, yeah, but that's not part of the joke. That's just how we talk. You know, in a black room, that doesn't work. It's just how we talk. And that was interesting, you know, because it's like black comic, black room, N-word, no value, right? Black comic, white room, N-word, funny value, right? White people love that shit. All right. White comic, black room, N-word, violent value, right? White comic, white room, N-word. Well, that's just how we talk. All right. You guys are a fun crowd. All right. I love this. All right. We're going to have some fun tonight. It's going to go. That's probably about as racy as I'm going to get. No pun intended. I did that joke last week at a different club, White Comic Black Room, and I did that. I was like, White Comic Black Room, and I said N-word, and I hear from the back, the fuck you will, and I was like, okay. The door was right there. I was like, I'm not that fast. We'll figure this out. No, this is cool. Good looking crowd out tonight. Good looking crowd. You know, hey, I got a compliment the other day. At least I thought I did. A young lady said I look like Chris Pratt. That was very kind, very kind. I was like, awesome, I love Jurassic World. She goes, no, like Chris Pratt from season 1 of Parks and Rec. Like the fat one? Yeah, all right, well, what a Jurassic asshole she was. That was not kind of her. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out tonight. This is a special show for me because I saw Gary, your headliner, I saw him a few years back, and I saw him open for another comic, and I left the theater that night, and I was like, I just found my new favorite comic. So this is like really awesome for me to be here. I appreciate you guys for coming out tonight. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. The juice we got going on in here. By a round of applause, has anybody in this room thought they might want to be a stand-up comic? All right, nice. Thank you for that. My advice to you is if you want to try to become a stand-up comic, you should. You just go for it, okay? My father, who is here tonight, said to me when I was really young, he gave me this sound advice that I have to stick by today. My father said, he who hesitates masturbates. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like 6. That's crazy advice to be giving a child. Not cool, Dad. No, I started comedy because I got broken up with, and I use it as a form of therapy, okay? And it became very therapeutic for me, which is ironic because she says that's what I need. I don't miss her, I really don't. I say this a lot, and I really think that people, I know this is not popular to say, a lot of people love to go to therapy, and it's very popular now. I personally, I don't do therapy. And the reason why is because I had a terrible experience when I was a kid, like a really bad experience. I wasn't molested or anything like that. No, I don't want you to, please don't think that. No. I had a terrible experience with therapy when I was a kid because when I was young, I had a childhood psychologist, childhood therapist, who did that part-time. Full-time, she was our elementary school lunch lady. Okay. This is a true story. Okay. Stick with me here. We're going to unpack a lot. So her name was Barb, and she was awesome, okay? Now, here's the thing, like, I was in this program called Banana Splits. Has anybody heard of this program? Awesome, thank you. If you don't know what Banana Splits is, it's basically like the DARE program, but for children of divorce, okay? So, like, the thing is like, my parents were separated for a short period of time. Like, I didn't really need this therapy, though, because, like, I didn't even notice, you know? I was like, oh, Mom hasn't been around in a while. But no, like, I don't know what I was thinking, right? Like, I would just, like, be chilling in history class, and I'd get a knock on the door, and Barb would just be like, we gotta go. I'd be like, oh, shit, what's up, Barb? Like, she just wants to chill, she wants to hang out. Like, awesome, so great to hang out with Barb. She would take me down to this windowless room in the back of the school, and, again, I wasn't molested, guys. Like, I don't know. They keep going there. Not cool. So Barb would do this thing called play therapy. Does everybody know what play therapy is? All right. Play therapy is what you do with a kid when you want to get him to talk. You want to get him to open up a little bit, you know? So basically, Barb could have picked any game that she wanted to pick, and Barb chose Jenga, okay? My parents are splitting up, my mom is out of the house, and Barb chose a game where if you remove one piece, oh so poorly, the whole thing comes crashing down and you're a loser, okay? You're a loser. Choosing to play Jenga for a kid whose parents are getting separated is like choosing to play Clue for a kid whose family was just murdered, you know? It's like, what a fucked up thing to do. Like, I'd love to see the episode of Law and Order SVU where Olivia Benson's is like, all right, pick out the pedophile, and the kid's just like, oh, I don't know. She's like, whoa, we gotta play Guess Who. Was it the one with the mustache? It certainly was. It's always the one with the mustache. And here's the thing, like, I didn't know I needed this therapy, right? So, like, what if I did? You know, what if I was actually sad when I had a great childhood growing up. But what if I was actually sad? Like, what if one day I was just like, got done losing at Jenga, and I was just like, you know, sometimes mommy hits daddy. And like, Barbara would be like, oh shit, not qualified for this. So, we got macaroni on Tuesdays. Did you know that? Like, she's a fucking lunch lady, guys. Like, Jesus Christ. You know, like, but they're back together now, right? And it's great. Everything is good. Like, you won't find me for sale at the broken Home Depot. I'm still here. The other thing is just like, they called it banana splits. You know, like, did we have to work a pun into my childhood psychology? Like, it's a pretty fucked up thing to do. I say all this, and like when I'm like doing a bit, I really like to research all the stuff that I do, right? So I ended up looking up Barb. I found her on Facebook. That's right, I got a hold of Barb on Facebook, and so I got a hold of her. I said, hey Barb, how's it going? She goes, good, how are you? Which she never did while I was in therapy. She's a great fucking lady. So she said, how are you? And I said, good, I said, Barb, what the fuck, man? Like, why were you a lunch lady and my childhood psychologist? She said to me, she goes, Dave, when I was doing that, I was working full time, and my husband got thrown in jail. He committed a crime. I said, oh wow. And then she said, I had trouble paying the mortgage, so the bank foreclosed on our house. I was like, shit. And she goes, and I took that job, that extra money, to pay for my rent. And I said, Barbara, we should be playing Monopoly right now. All right. Guys, that's going to be my time. Thank you very much. We have a great show lined up for you. Allow me to introduce to you our first comic of the evening. This is going to be a great friend of mine, the very funny Vinni. Pedi, everybody. Let's give it up. Let's make a noise. Mr. Vinni Pedi.
Give it for my friend and our host, Dave Sigel. How